Hello there everybody, what is going on? This is CD Mangaka here, and today I am giving you another episode of the spawn trapping guide for Black Ops. And today's map that we're going to be looking at is Summit, which is probably, in my opinion, the easiest map in the game to spawn trap an enemy team on either side of it, to be honest. And if you do it right, you will seriously get some really abusive scores. And I mean, it is a pretty easy map to do so on, and it's almost not as bad as Nuketown. Nuketown is just a horrible map to begin with, but a full party on this map, if a coordinated one that is, will have a very easy time and a very fun time playing this map all together. We're going to look at spawning points. We'll look at where the enemy spawns, how they are going to try and get out of their spawns, and we're also going to look at positions in which you should set up in. And without any further ado, let's get right into that in spectating mode as it spawns me on the side of the mountain. Alright, let's fly on over here if I can't. Climb! Climb! That's as far as I can climb up, apparently. Anyway, so this is ADOM flag. I believe it's ADOM flag. Anyway, it could be CDOM, but this is where... This is one map. This is probably the flag that you want the enemy to have in the game, and this is also defense's spawn on demolition. Move over, Misty. Come on, kitty. My cat's in front of the tripod. I'm trying to get her away. Stop running your head against that. Meow. Get out of there. Sorry about that. I hope that's a little bit of a funny entertainment for you guys. Anyways, when the enemy has this flag, as we have seen Wings of Redemption's videos as well, and some of mine, they're going to be spawning on this side of the map, obviously. Some main spawn points is they're going to be in this building back here. They'll spawn there. They might spawn by this little oil rig, looks like right there. They might spawn in this room, in this little power room it looks like, as well as they'll be spawning in here, which I'm going to call the ski lift room, because I mean it's like where the ski lift comes up. You see that? I just call it the ski lift room, and so they're going to be spawning in this area over here, okay? And as they spawn, they're going to be trying to come out of their spawn through this middle pathway I'm floating in right now. Come out this building, come right through here. They're going to try and get up into War Room being this area right here in the middle of the map where B flag is. You're going to try to come through this little entrance right here. I'm going to call it an entrance right now. They'll try and come up the stairs right here and get into there. Or they could go down the catwalk way and go into this entrance into War Room right here. Or they could go all the way around here to CDOM flag right there and come up these into this. They'll namely do this in demolition. In CTF, they'll try and capture CDOM flag by going down the catwalk so they can stay in the game. In demolition, they'll come down here and flank and climb up these boxes, get up on this ledge, and flank people who are set up in War Room. So, you hear me talking about War Room, and War Room is essential. If you don't control War Room, you're not going to be able to really win any game type on this. One last thing to note is that they could come down this pathway right here. They could jump from the ski lift onto the pathway and come through here. This is namely more of a... In domination, they'll try and do this to flank you. If you have them, in the middle of the map, they keep dying. They'll come around the side, hope to get you there. Or in demolition, they're going to be trying to get to A-bomb to defend it. And we're talking, this is defense spawn, again, on demolition, this side of the map. On the other side is offense spawn, and we'll look at that spawn later. But let's look at areas in which you want to set up in, which are in War Room. And I don't think I can get into there now since I'm, flying all over the place. So let's just spawn in real fast. Yep, okay, that's ADOM flag, that's CDOM flag. And I'll just kind of hurry up and run down there. And now, for starting routes, let's discuss starting routes. This is a starting route right here, okay? I would capture C. Once it's capped, have a guy come up that boxes right there and get ready for conflict right in this area right here. There's always going to be a dude coming up the stairway, and he's going to be ready to go, and he's going to pick this guy off 9 out of 10 times. That's why you have 2 more guys coming through this middle doorway right here. Come through this middle doorway. One guy goes right, sets up behind this box right here, and gets ready to take on the guy in the doorway. He might have to flip around the server side to pick him off, who knows. The other guy who comes to this doorway goes left and looks into that entrance right there, okay? This is the guy who keeps cover on B flag, and he's got this entrance to watch and that entrance to watch basically. And if you get 2 guys set up in War Room like that and hopefully hold them down, you can wait until you can keep on killing the enemy and wait for your own teammates to get up there and get some control of the map. Now let's hop down real fast. After, you want a guy doing this on either game type, running down here this way and getting ready to flank him right here. B-bomb, is right here on the map, and so you want to get a guy here to not only start to hopefully trap enemy within their spawn, but as well as to kind of get some map control over B. And what you want to do in this area is to kind of just start, people come through this building, they come down the little path on the outside of it, so you kind of start wanting to watch that area. But also in the middle of the map is going to be pretty hectic right there. And this box right here, a lot of people like to clip behind that box, and so that's another little contestant point to do. How you counter that, though, is that you have one guy in War Room. The guy probably, one of the two guys who climbs up here, come down into War Room, and you just kind of poke up this door and try to pick people off as they come out of that area right there. In Demolition, and in Demolition only, you want to get a guy in this building, actually, and force their spawn out. That way, if you get a guy in this room, they'll keep spawning in that back building right there all game long. Do not do that in Domination, though, because their flag is right next to it, and you could flip their spawn. So you have to steal with the guy up there in War Room. Now, there should be another guy pushing through and sitting up behind this box right here. That way, you can pick up people come down the middle of the map. So now let's take a quick look real fast. We have a guy looking down the middle of the map, picking off people. We have a guy up here in War Room, picking off people coming from there. And then we have a guy right here picking off people coming this way. We're already like halfway. 3 out of the 4 ways the enemy can get out of their spawn has been locked down efficiently. Now, you should have 2 guys at the start of the game, on your team at least, coming down this pathway right here from, you know, your C-flex spawn, coming up this way and setting up in this area and trying to block traffic both from people jumping out of that building right there and coming down this pathway right here. Namely, people will come down this pathway in order to climb up these stairs and get into War Room and try to do a flank, alright? That's why this guy up there in War Room is 4. You can pick up the guys. He's kind of like the backup guy, alright? Let's say you have a guy set up in the hallway, he goes down, the enemy runs through here. This guy up in War Room can look there, pick that guy off before he does anything. And same thing goes through here. If the guy down here, watching that pathway, gets taken off, and the guy runs up to War Room, which they'll do in Domination, the guy up there can again pick him off. He should not lose the gunfight, and if he does, well, you're going to have to, you know, fight a little bit to get map control back, alright? So now, I'm just going to give you guys a quick overall view of the spawn trapping locations, okay? You want a guy right around here watching this pathway in the ski lift room. You're going to want a guy up in War... Oh, that's lovely. Okay, can you let... Son of a... Come on! Yeah, you can tell that this game's free spectating mode is like the best. Okay, hold on, I gotta go all the way around now. I have no idea how T. Martin gets his, you know, free camera all the way up there. I just don't get that. I think it's... Oh, I think it was in a theater mode, probably. Oh, shoot. It's retarded. Anyways, you want a guy set up in that window right there, watching that entranceway and that entranceway. You want a guy in here, right behind this box, making sure that people come down the middle of the map don't have any success with that. You want a guy right here, picking up people coming out of the ski lift room, and you want a guy behind these barrels and behind this box right here, picking up people trying to come out of their spawn on this side. You hold those areas down. Basically, you've given the enemy about 1/5 of the map in order to run with, and it's going to be a great time and set up there. So, in a head count, we got 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys, 4th guy in the War Room, and then a 5th guy over here. I probably have 2 guys over here in Domination because that way it's going to be a little more prevalent. And then or either way, I mean, just you're going to have to, you know, have 1 guy kind of just doing his own thing. I suppose you can either, if the enemy is really pushing the right side, have 2 guys over here enforcing it that way. They don't get down the catwalk and they don't go for the flank on the boxes, or you know, you don't have anybody, or if they're pushing this side really hard, you can have 2 guys also cleaning them up. So you're going to have to fiddle with that. And how to enforce that area, and so you just have a guy kind of just pick a side of support. Alright, so that is C-Dom flag as well as defense spawn trapping. No, yeah, defense, how to spawn trap on the defense team on Demolition. Excuse me, I'm doing a horrible job right now of picking proper English words. Now let's look at C-flag spawn. Okay, now C-flag, you can kind of really get close to it and not force your spawn at all, because even though the C-flag is right here, they're going to be spawning in this back area over here. Namely, probably in this building right there. They spawn in this tractor building right here, in the back of this open area map right there, and right here on this little walkway, okay? Ways they're going to try and get out of that spawn. They're going to go through this building, come down the pathway. They're going to try and enter War Room through this way into the middle of the door. They're going to try and go down catwalk and either, you know, go into the War Room, first floor right there, or come around here, go into War Room right there. Or the most dangerous one in Demolition, this is a big flank, is this box right here. Climb up there, and basically, I'm just going to show you how to kind of stop those flanks from people by showing you the areas in which you're going to set up in, okay? So let's spawn in again, Spetsnaz style. I got to get into character, you know, I got to get it for the right map or something, I don't know. Anyways, let's just run up there real fast. Now, the first area we're going to be looking at, let's look at, actually, I'm going to show you my favorite spot. I've kind of talked about this in other videos, but I think it's just good to go over this spot again in case some new people on my channel haven't seen this. This rock right here, it is, oh my gosh, it is the best spot. You get right here, they only see like a tiny bit of your head, and you see their whole body, and you can just pick them off, and they keep spawning over there, so they'll come through this building, they'll try to get paybacks on you. Just keep on clipping right here. This rock is amazing, and it stops all traffic coming down the pathway. I'd have a guy probably back here giving support to this guy, like, okay, because with grenades in this game, people are going to be coming down here, they're going to start throwing stuff, okay? So if this guy has grenades coming at him, he can run back here, You know, and as he's running back, he has his teammate right here, making sure that anyone who's chasing him gets picked off immediately, and then, you know, he can work his way back up there. So I'd have 2 people on this pathway just in case, and it won't really be that abused in domination, I think, but in demolition, because A-bomb is right here, there's going to be a lot of people trying to go down that pathway. Now, talking about war room control right now, I'd have a guy right here on the stairway, okay? One guy right here, he's going to have to clip over the stairs and pick off people, but this is not a good spot at all. I mean, this is just, the purpose of this guy is to give support fire, because 2 guns on one guy are better than just 1 gun on a guy. Does that make sense? I think it will after this. The next spot you want, this guy right here. Great spot to use, okay? Just clip right here, probably go prone right here, pick people off as they come through the doorway. With these 2 guys tag teaming that doorway, anybody who comes through there, boom, you're dead. You boom, you're dead. You boom, you're dead. Now, eventually, though, if you keep staying in this doorway, someone's going to get smart and try to climb up these boxes right here. I'm just going to show you again. They're going to come down here in demolition, try to come up through here, and, you know, boom, all of a sudden, this guy who's looking this way has his back turned to the enemy, and the enemy's just going to spray him down, all right? And so that is not good. You do not want that, because if this guy goes down, you lose a whole side of war room. That's why you're going to need another guy right here, probably prone, watching that spot right there, picking people off, okay? It's going to be a boring job, but it's a support job. Another option, though, is to have a guy, I'd say, let's see, I don't know, probably right about here, because people are going to be coming down the catwalk. You know, they'll come around here and you can pick them off, or they're coming down the stairways. One thing, though, is that it's going to be hard to see people who climb over that part. Let me show you real fast. You know, they'll kind of probably think, you know, I'm going to go to war room. Wait a minute, I'm just going to get killed there. Okay, I'm just going to go this way then. As you can see, this guy right here behind this barrel can't even see this guy climbing up the boxes, so you might have to push up a bit more and be really careful here. Another option, I just kind of came up with this, is to sit right about here. That way, anybody who comes down here is, like, you know, dead. And it's going to be a pretty tough job to do, but you have these rooms to play with them. So I probably have a motion sensor right about here, letting you know that anybody comes that way, just kind of popping out and clear them up. So right here is a great way to stop people from climbing up into war room from these boxes, as well as going down catwalk, okay? Because a guy can come under here, war room, kind of break on under, run under here, come up, boom, he flanks this guy right here, and then he can kind of come up here, and this guy has to deal with 2 or 3 people. The guy being the guy behind the box there where I threw the stun at. So you can see it's going to be a bit strenuous in order to set up locations in order to hold them down. And you have to do a lot of support. You have to cover the flanks. And so I think I should answer a question right here, like, who should be guarding the flanks? I think the people who should be guarding the flanks are the people with the lower kill streaks, you know, like, people who are, the action will be slow enough where they can get their kill streaks, but, you know, not necessarily fast enough for them to really get the high ones. And people with high kill streaks really need the action. That way, you know, they can get chopper gunners within, like, 2 minutes instead of, like, you know, 5. And so that way, I put a guy with, like, high kill streaks right here at this doorway, and a guy along the pathway watching that room in here, you know, this building. I'm going to show you the spot. Ooh, freezed. And a guy behind the rock here with high kill streaks, okay? I would recommend that setup, and then just keep people there. Those are going to be the high traffic areas. So have your 2 Slayers there, and then you have everybody else with support kill streaks here. That way, you know, these guys will have enough action and flanking and divert attention away from the Slayers so that the Slayers can actually build up their kill streaks, and you can be more successful in this game type, alright? So, just a quick review if I can fly all the way over there. Areas that you want to be in demolition, get in this building right here. That way you can force their spawn in this back building alone, and you can really kill people. You're going to want a guy behind this box watching that room right there. You want a guy in this entryway right here watching the middle of the map, clipping behind this box right here I'm looking at. You want a guy up here at war room picking off people who are coming out of the ski lift room on domination. I'd have this guy probably go into the ski lift room on demolition though. And then I'd have a guy over at the pathway. I don't think I can break out now. I have a guy over by the pathway looking up, making sure people don't jump out of the ski lift room or going down the pathway. Probably 2 guys over there, but I mean, I think you get the point. Just review the video a couple times, mark some spots, and then divide it up amongst your team, okay? This spawn trapping guide is meant to give each and every member of the team a spot to work with, okay? It's meant to give everybody a role, everybody a job, so that as the machine known as the team can function together as a whole, okay? Now, as far as domination, you're going to have to flip the script a couple times because I've noticed something, like, whenever you just keep a spawn trap going, even though nobody will push up, it seems like if the enemy gets killed enough within their own spawn, Treyarch has it programmed so that it will flip. And so you're going to have a couple guys, probably the ones in the very back of the map right here, turn around and set up and kill the guys real fast. You don't have to have the whole team shift on over and clear people out, you know, like flip from an A-dom spawn trap to a C-dom spawn trap right away. You just have to have a couple guys pick them off because unless they have C-flag over there, they're not going to keep spawning there. They'll spawn over there for like 10 seconds, you kill them all, they'll go back to the original spawn. In Demolition, though, you can really push up and you can keep them in the same area, so you don't really have to worry about it, okay? But keep in mind those spots, guys. Please review this video a couple times. Summit is a very easy map to do well on, as long as you got this setup right, okay? I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all benefited from it. I hope you learned a thing or two, okay? Let me know if there's a way I can somehow improve the series. I don't know. Just give me some ideas here, because I do want this to help you all. I'm doing this for you guys, and I'm also kind of doing it for my team as well, so they can understand what I'm thinking and the spots they should go to. But anyways, thank you again for watching this video, guys. There's going to be a little bit of a trade-off, if you will, in the description for something. I'm pretty sure, you know, I'll be asking for likes on this video, please. It just helps out my channel. It lets other people see it, you know. And if you have guys who are having trouble like setting up spawn traps direct, and if you think this video helped you set up a spawn trap, or any other of my videos have helped you, and you know guys who are having trouble setting up a spawn trap, let them know. You know, send them to me, give them links to my videos, okay? You know, just, you know, spread the word out there, guys, please, okay? That way everybody can, you know, kind of learn about this stuff. Anyways, this is CD Mangaka. Thank you again for watching. I am grateful for those of you who have did so. Grammar fail. Thank you for the win, by the way. Anyways, I'll see you later, guys.